Carl and Brendan here from Games, Brains and Headbang Life, gbhbl.com for short, and we are doing double reactions. Yes, we are on Zoom because it is, of course, still the point of time where we have to do it via Zoom. And we are going to be checking out the new Lesbian Bed Death track. It is The Scorpion from the forthcoming album, The Witching Hour, which is available for pre-order right now. So make sure you go on it because I love Lesbian Bed Death, man. They're a great, great band. Kind of come my way in the last year or so when the album Born to Die on VHS, which was some of their original songs and then a ton of covers from like horror movies of the 80s and shit like that. And I loved it. I thought it was great, great fun. You aware of these guys?
Yeah, I'm aware of them. Didn't we see these guys play at Aionia Fest? Or am I mixing them up with somebody else? I'm pretty sure we did. And I didn't know them before that. Other than seeing that they were playing there, and like I think I probably checked out a song or two, but yeah, I mean I don't know them well. Even when I recognize things like when you said the name of that album, I'm like, oh, I think I listened to that. Do you know what I mean? So I definitely haven't heard this song 100%. So this is the first for me.
Yep, this is the first. So let's give it a go and get it started. Countdown from 3, 2, 1, go.
Jurassic Park.
Dun, 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 dun. No, it's copyrighted.
Oh.
A nice professional look about it.
Yep.
No good can come in a graveyard. I think the vocalist, Lucy Ford, certainly has some style about her, man. Quite captivating to watch.
Join the guitars. She looks very calm for somebody who's running in a night dress through a graveyard.
Oh, we don't know why she's running.
I mean, facially, she doesn't look like that bothered.
Oh, she's back. Okay. All right. Okay. I think I get what's going on in the video.
I'm not 100% sure I do. I quite enjoyed watching it, but I don't really. I'm not quite sure what was happening. She was running.
A short segment out of a horror movie. That scorpion person. Is like a cult leader, or whatever. It's cult leader, but you know what I mean, like an evil figure and so on. And she tries to escape, and she ends up back at the same place, and then gets possessed, I guess, and so on.
I like the fact. I'm probably trying to be like too deep, but maybe I'm not. But I like the fact that her first stop looking for help was the church, and there was no help to be found from religion.
Oh,
yeah, but that's I'm probably going too deep there. I don't know if I am or not, but it was quite, maybe it's quite symbolic that she's running. There's a church, a beacon of light, and there's no one there for her.
I love it. It's like when you're watching a horror movie or something like that, and you miss something completely, and it's like you just stood there, you point at something, and you're like, oh my god, that makes so much more sense.
Well, lesbian bed deaf are sitting there going, nope, that's not what we meant at all. Probably.
Hopefully they're like that. Let's pretend that was the case.
Because I think the guitars are cool as fuck. I mean, the overall sound is cool. It's got quite an 80s vibe to it, especially with the little synth kind of lines coming in near the back end of it.
Yeah.
She's got a great voice. There's not much to dislike about it. I mean, the guitars are phenomenal. The drums are fine. They're not more than fine. They're great. Everything works really well. It's a very professional looking video, even if I didn't 100% get it. It looks fantastic. It's very listenable track. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was super, super catchy. Like immediately, I think that chorus is going to stick for a bit. And the 80s vibe you're talking about is something that I got as well. It kind of fits with kind of what I know of the music to date as well. Without sounding like it's from the 80s, because it's got good production, high value video as well. It's filmed really, really well inside that warehouse thing. Just the angles and stuff like that, where it's like it's just a warehouse, but it doesn't look like it as well. I love the focusing on band members as well. Big fan of that. Like, I thought the drumming, like, although I'm not like drumming is my favorite instrument or anything like that, when you do see a drummer sort of doing that shit, like that was going on there, I am always a bit wowed by it, and I thought that was great too. I think I counted 2 guitar solos. 2.
I mean, it's one of those songs, and maybe one of those bands that even when it's like not a solo time, there's a lot of kind of flashy guitar lines anyway that are almost like mini solos in themselves. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't really, like, I know it is technically, but it doesn't really ever like kind of hit into like, I don't know, a repetitive riff or anything like that. It's just like a continuous different melody leading from one melody into another into a solo. So you almost sometimes get to the point where if it wasn't for the fact that there's singing going on too, it's like one exceptionally long, amazingly cool solo.
Yeah, there's some talent going on there. It was I thought it was a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to listen to, and it's kind of like, I don't think it's too far removed from what they do and have shown me in previously. And clearly, if the album's going to kind of have this whole vibe as well, that kind of catchy rhythm and horror tongue-in-cheek-esque stuff that they do, it's right up my street. I think I said during it, I think the vocalist, man, like particularly listening to her, I think she's got a really unique sound and quite a ton of range, but I think watching her is often a major part of it. Captivating shit, man.
Seeing as you know them a bit better than me, is her makeup a constant thing, or was that for this video?
The
face paint.
Yeah, what I've seen, it seems to be, yeah.
That's cool.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think now. I'm just trying to think, because it's been a while since I watched
the put you on the spot now,
video. You did, and I'm trying to think. There was because I'm picturing the other videos I saw, and like they always had style. I mean, in fact, in the other videos I've seen, the other band members have a bit more like unusual looking outfits here and there as well, where it seemed like it was a bit more dressed down, so to speak.
Right.
But don't quote me on that. I hate being put in the spot. Now I'm racking my brains and I'm thinking, because I'm no expert, like far from an expert on Lesbian Bedlife.
Yeah.
It's one of those where it's kind of like until recently, I'd kind of, as you often do with a lot of bands, until recently this song come out and the album and stuff like that, where I'd kind of just forgotten it existed. But that's the case with many, many bands, really. You know, you move on to the next thing, and because of social media and stuff like that. But I'm a fan. I said I really enjoy when I remember them. I'm like, okay, yeah, I really, really like that, and I do want to see what this album overall has to hold. It's fun music. I think. I don't think it's got to be.
Yeah.
I don't think you've got to overanalyze it or pick it apart and be like, oh my god, this is on par. Like, it's not on par with things like Periphery and stuff like that. It's really complicated music. But not everybody needs to do that, and that's refreshing.
It was good to listen to, as I was saying. It was very listenable. Like, you know, very nice to hear. It's got quite a nice big kind of sound. You know, wouldn't mind if it came on again in 10 minutes. I'd be completely fine with it, you know. So
yeah. And I think it sounds as well like sort of track that will be quite good live as well. Like, you picture that in a live environment, you're thinking, okay, that will sound quite massive. Start learning the lyrics, and then you've got a sing-along chorus too. Yeah. All right, cool. Let us know, though, what you think of it in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?